auto parts are kind of interesting, actually. If you do get like build rates coming back up, it could be an interesting place to be. I don't like the auto parts industry in general. It's fragmented, selling to powerful supplier. It's like truck parts. You just don't want to be generally in that, except coming out of a recession, right? There can be moments when auto parts airlines are great longs offering quite a bit of outperformance. Most of our longs, though, are in the construction machinery and heavy truck in this, which has been outperforming, right? If you look at a PACCAR, it's been doing nicely. There are good reasons for that and good reasons to expect that to continue. And it's a decent quad four performer. And in general, they're higher quality companies. Building products is a place where we would like to add the most names, infrastructure, building products, construction machinery. That's where a lot of our efforts are focused. Those names are working. Those 35 and 38 were lower, and they're going up. And places where we are, most like human resources is a great place that I think is working on the downside. Insperity trying to probably continue to work as people go to the doctor. And, one of the things that I am just, in general position for is pandemic easing. I think the pandemic by April, May is not gone, but will feel a lot better. You're betting that you would have, and if you're not betting that way, you're betting that a variant that is particularly problematic shows up off season. In general, it's a seasonal virus. It has peaks in the south in the summer when people are in air conditioning, and north in the winter when viruses always spread in the north. I don't think that's like an extreme or weird thing to bet on. And I think people are increasingly vaccinated. I mean, I can tell you an anecdote of our own household where somebody tested positive for COVID, never got sick, and it never spread to anybody in the house. And we made no effort whatsoever to prevent spread. So, I think vaccines in that specific case worked pretty well. Like, nobody else got it. Nobody got sick. And, my response is, let's get on a plane and go somewhere. Right. So we're, literally would like to book travel. I think people will come to similar conclusions. That doesn't mean that the virus is nothing, or that, hundreds of thousands of people haven't died, or this or that. I don't think you need to. I think you need to be forward looking. And maybe by next September, there is some weird new variant that emerges in, the winter in the Southern Hemisphere, wherever, and it creates a problem next fall. But by April or May, I don't think that's how anybody's going to be thinking about the pandemic. I think that you're going to that people will be chasing leisure travel. They'll be chasing, be trying to get out. Everyone who has deferred medical care will be going to the doctor because it's safe to go to the doctor, because realistically, this particular variant has lower individual risk. And most people can get vaccinated if they want to be. There are a lot of issues in the fertilizer space. We've been wrong on CF. It's a frustrating name. It's a fragmented industry. There was a fertilizer fire. There's issues with gas sales into Europe. There's a variety of inflationary input costs going into crops. I don't think that I think you always have to step back and look at the structure of these commodity industries. The best time to sell Alcoa in the last 40 years was in when there was a huge drought in the Pacific Northwest and nobody could produce aluminum. Things like that are reasons to sell commodities, not reasons to buy them. They are not structural changes. We're not going to run out of nitrogen fertilizer. It is made by bacteria. And I think there's also a lot of good technology that high prices could draw into that. In terms of specific names, I like the 2 sigma bands. I think we actually put a little bit of thing that looks a bit like what we measure volatility. Is it increasing? Is it decreasing? Is the stock up or down? How do you define that? I think that's helpful. Something like a ball and a CCK are way up, right? Everybody wants to be long aluminum cans, but these are post-pandemic losers, in my opinion, right? I don't see how you don't, same with Granger, right? People were buying masks. They were pantry stocking. Pantry stocking is a well-documented phenomenon in the pandemic. And with Omicron, it happened again. I think in May, June, nobody's going to be like, oh man, I need to get more spindrifts and fake mixed drinks in a can in my dining room because I'm not going to be able to go out to bars. I think people are going to be going out to bars, more cash venues. That's one of the reasons why Brinks has been performing better. These are, I think, the trade. We want pandemic going away trades in the first half. And then things like Insperity on the other side.
Hey there, Hedgeye Nation, or if you're not part of Hedgeye Nation, thanks for watching Hedgeye on YouTube. If you haven't already, make sure to click on the button below there, subscribe to our YouTube page. You can also follow the link in the description to our website to get even more great investing content.